What's going on, everybody? Welcome back for another One Piece review. The Voyage continues with episode 1091. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe button to join the council and become a part of the crew. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the review. All right, everybody. As always, thank you all for joining me again for another week. I hope everybody's doing super fantastic. Let's go ahead and get right into this review. So One Piece episode 1091, brimming with the future, an adventure on the island of science. And right off the bat, I want to shout out the animators because you guys did a fantastic job on this episode. This episode was amazing. Future Island looks phenomenal. Future Island looks amazing. It's basically just like one big futuristic theme park. There we go. But yeah, it looks amazing. Hats off to the animators. You guys did an amazing job on this. Now, I mean, just from everything from the giant holograms fighting each other to all the different scenes where Luffy and the others were trying to eat the fake sundae, and then even to when they figured out how to work the food machine, all that. Everything about this episode was just great. It was a wonderful time. I think my favorite scene from this episode though has to go to when Luffy was trying to fight the giant hologram, specifically, the giant dragon one, and he got eaten by it. And both Bonny and Chopper were also surprised, but my boy Jimbe was just standing there unfazed without a care in the world. It's just hilarious. I love it. I love it. But definitely overall, I know I said this before, but no, the Egghead art has definitely been a nice pace of change from the Wano art. You can definitely tell Oda's going for a more fun approach in this arc compared to Wano than we had in the past. So I'm definitely loving that. And then just also overall, I'm loving how the story seems to be definitely more focused on just keeping the plot going forward with this arc than it was with the past. So I'm definitely enjoying that. So hopefully Oda can keep that up throughout the arc. Loving the pace of the story so far and how it's going. He's not scared to throw out and give us information throughout these episodes. It seems like ever since Wano has been in it, ever since Wano has ended, the information just been flowing. I'm loving it. I am loving it. And then speaking of just added on information, right? The little extra mini outros that they do now with Chopper and Robin at the end of every episode, I'm loving those as well. They're a nice way to remind us of important past events that has happened way a long time ago that we may not remember. They helped me remember something, and specifically some of the inventions that Dr. Vegapunk actually invented, with those being the artificial devil fruits and the method to make objects and then the objects eat, quote unquote, eat devil fruits. That technique that got brought back to the light, and now I'm wondering, not even wondering, I'm more just hoping that we get some devil fruit lore this season. Especially because, other than the higher ups of the world government, we're basically coming to the one person who has the most knowledge on devil fruits in this verse. So definitely hoping we get some more devil fruit lore this season, as well as I definitely hope we get to see more objects that have eaten devil fruits as well, because that'll be cool. I don't think we gotten to see that since in this lobby, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think we've seen that since in this lobby. Yeah, I don't think we have. Let me know down below in the comments if we've seen an object eating devil fruits after in this lobby or not, because I can't recall a time. But yeah, it'll be great to see some more, stuff like that as well. But definitely some more devil fruit lore would be amazing if we get that this arc as well. But moving on from there, so one of the the main events, if you will, Dr. Vegapunk Lilith, we go back to this situation with her and the crew. She captured the crew and she has them surrounded by all these different sea beasts, right? I love everything about this scene simply because of the fact, because we have Zoro. Like, we're not just a regular crew anymore. We are a Yonko crew. We are where the people, whether they not want to believe it or not, we are actual threats now. Okay, we're actual threats now, and I'm glad that the show actually acknowledged that. So we get Punk One, his name was Shaka, who was mentioning to Lilith like, hey, Lilith, you done messed up. And Lilith was like, what you mean? I got everybody surrounded. He's like, well, no, wait a minute, why don't you look down? And we just see the camera pan to Zoro, and Zoro's just staring into Lilith's soul, and he's just like, yeah, you see him, you see how calm he is. He's calm because he knows he can one shot you from over here. And I'm just like, thank you. Finally someone gets it. Finally someone said it. I'm like, thank you. This entire time I'm like, we're good. We got Zoro, and like, no, that ain't Alabaster Zoro down there, all right. And even if that was Dressrosa Zoro, you'll still have a little problem on your hand, Lilith. But that's the king of hell down there, baby. All right, you ain't got control of this situation like you think you do. Okay, so you might want to rethink your priorities and listen to Boy Shock and go ahead and bring him on into the island and go from there. If you value your life. If you value your life. But yeah, I love everything about that scene. That scene was just amazing. I love that scene. And then from there, you know, one of the major big reveals that we got from this episode was that there are multiple different Dr. Vegapunks running around the city. Well, not the city, the island. There are at least 5 of them because they're numbered. So far, we've only seen 3 of them, being the first one will be Dr. Vegapunk Evil. Her name is Lilith, and that's the one that has the crew captured with the giant robot and all that stuff. The second one we saw was Vegapunk Good, and his name was Shaka. That was the one who was talking to Lilith and letting them telling her to bring the Straw Hats into the, you know, onto Future Island because he was interested in them. And then the last one we saw was with the giant girl that was with Luffy's crew, that is Vegapunk Violence, and her name is Atlas. And so it seems that all these different Vegapunks represent different morals or actions, because you know we got good and evil and violence, so that's interesting. And I'm definitely looking forward to seeing the other Vegapunks that we didn't get to see this episode as well. And I'm already wondering if these Vegapunks are cyborgs that the original Dr. Vegapunk made, you know, kind of like how he did Kuma, or are these just some, you know, super advanced robots maybe that he made? Only time will tell, but definitely interesting to find that out as well though. And then definitely last but not least, the biggest reveal of this episode. Everybody go ahead and get ready. I know I was just saying earlier how Oda's going for a more fun approach with this arc, but he's about to pull on the heartstrings. So we finally got the importance of Bonny and why she's really here and doing on this island and going to be in this arc. So we didn't get to the full reveal of this episode. It seems that's going to be happening next episode, but it seems that Bonny is actually Kuma's daughter, and that is freaking crazy to think about, because now it all makes sense. Because I was, you know, you had to think that she had some type of relationship with Kuma because she broke into Marie's world just to check on him, so it had to be of some relation. But I wasn't thinking like this though, that Kuma's her dad. That's crazy. I wasn't thinking on that level though. So hats off to you, Oda. We already know, you know, Kuma has been in an important part of the story here and there throughout the series. You know, the first part where he was the person who actually split up the crew for the pre-time skip, so they all could go on their own mini adventures to get stronger. Kuma looks like Kuma's back. You know, he's gonna be coming back next episode, so definitely interesting to see what we got going on with Kuma and how he's gonna play into this arc as well. And now it's just Dr. Vegapunk is as smart as he is, he's looking more and more evil the further we go into these episodes for this arc. Because if he's out here turning people into cyborgs against their will, then it's just like, what are we doing, man? I thought you was a scientist, you know, for the betterment of the world. I guess I wouldn't really know much about you, but I would like to think you was here. You're here for the people, but who knows at this point, man. So definitely looking forward to see the full Dr. Vegapunk reveal and getting to learn more about him. And yeah, so that's everything that I had today for the 1091 review. So before we head out, I do want to let everybody know that the Monsters anime adaptation is officially available now on Netflix. I haven't checked it out yet, so more than likely my thoughts on this are going to be coming next episode on the 1092 review. I'm not sure if I want to split that into 2 separate videos or not. I think I'm just going to put it at the end of the review. We'll see how that goes. Also, the Wano review should be coming up very soon, right around the corner, so you guys can have that to look forward to as well. So yeah, all right, that's everything that I have for this week. See you all next week. Thank you guys for coming.